If your son or daughter refuses to study, maybe it's time to tell them what the world won't. Not to scare them, not to hurt them, but because one day, life will be the teacher, and life doesn't grade with kindness. Number 1. Time will not wait. When we're young, time feels endless. We think there's always tomorrow, always another chance. A teenager says,
I don't feel like it today. I'll do it later.
but later has a habit of turning into never. Look around. The friends they sit with in class today, the ones they laugh with on weekends, the ones they think will always be there. One day, those same friends will start moving ahead. Some will go to college, some will start businesses, some will take risks, fail, get back up, and grow. And if your child doesn't prepare, they will watch life pull their friends forward while they remain stuck in the same place. Nothing breaks a parent's heart more than watching their child realize too late that the world kept moving without them. Because here's the truth, time doesn't slow down. It doesn't pause for someone to catch up. Every year, the gap gets wider. And catching up is possible, yes, but it costs 10 times the energy. That's why time is the most merciless teacher. It punishes those who waste it. Number 2. Effort is not optional. We all want our children to be happy. We want to protect them from struggle. But there is one thing no parent can take away: the need for effort. If they refuse to work hard now in a safe classroom, they'll be forced to work twice as hard later, out in a world where nobody holds their hand. The classroom is where mistakes are forgiven. The world outside doesn't forgive so easily. If they don't learn discipline now, they'll learn it later with harsher consequences. Imagine working 12-hour shifts for minimum wage, coming home exhausted, with no energy left to dream. That's the reality for many who thought hard work could wait. Effort is the price of freedom. Without it, life chooses for you. Lesson 3. The world owes nothing. We raise our kids with love, and sometimes they mistake that love for the way the world works. But the world doesn't hand out success, it doesn't hand out respect. And second chances are rare unless you earn them. A degree is not enough. Talent is not enough. Even kindness, while beautiful, is not enough. The world rewards skills, real, practical skills, knowing how to think clearly, how to adapt, how to bring value to others. Parents often want to shield their children from this truth, but shielding them only delays the pain. Love cannot protect them from reality. What love can do is prepare them for it. Because the world doesn't care where you come from, what excuses you have, or how much potential you hide inside. The world asks only one question: what can you do? Lesson 4. Knowledge is power. Studying isn't just about passing exams. Knowledge is more than school. It's power. It's the power to think for yourself, to stand in front of a room and speak with confidence, to look at a problem and not freeze, but say, there must be a solution. Knowledge opens doors. It earns trust. It gives choices. Without it, people are forced to depend on others. They become followers instead of leaders. Think about this. A person who can read, think critically, and communicate clearly can learn almost anything. But someone who cannot is trapped, even in a free world. That's why learning matters, not because parents or teachers say so, but because one day your child will need the power to stand on their own. Lesson 5. Preparation shapes destiny. Life can be cruel to those who are unprepared. The jobs left for the unprepared pay the least, demand the most, and offer no dignity. People in those jobs are treated as replaceable, and no parent dreams of that life for their child. Studying is not the only way forward. Some succeed through art, through trade, through talent. But doing nothing? That's never an option. A future without preparation is a future without security. Let's be honest. Today's world is even harsher than it was for us. Technology moves fast. Entire industries vanish overnight. The jobs that existed 20 years ago are gone, and the jobs of tomorrow haven't even been invented yet. If our kids don't study, if they don't learn how to adapt, they risk becoming irrelevant before they even start. We can tell them stories of failure and success, but the truth is, the world itself will show them. And by then, the lesson will cost more than late-night studying or a tough exam. It will cost years of regret. Parents know this pain. We know what it feels like to look back at wasted time, wasted chances. Many of us carry the weight of decisions we can't undo, and we don't want that for our children. That's why we push them. That's why we argue, remind, sometimes even fight. Not because we enjoy it, but because we've seen where laziness leads. We've seen what happens when effort is delayed. We're not telling them to study just for grades. We're telling them to study so they don't have to live with the regret we carry. Here's the truth every child needs to hear. Life is not fair, the world doesn't wait, and success is never guaranteed. But preparation, discipline, and knowledge make the difference between those who struggle forever and those who carve their own path. Studying may feel boring, it may feel pointless at times, but it is never wasted. It builds the habits, the discipline, and the skills that last a lifetime. Tell your child this: studying isn't about school, it's about freedom. Freedom to choose a path. Freedom to say no to bad jobs. Freedom to create a life with dignity. The world won't wait for them. But if they prepare, they won't need it to. So when your son or daughter says, "I don't want to study," don't just scold them. Sit them down. Tell them the truth. Show them what life really looks like for those who give up too soon. Because love is not protecting them from pain. Love is preparing them to face it and rise above it. Studying may not be everything, but doing nothing is the fastest way to lose everything.